Hey guys, welcome back to the Mark Chalmers Show. Guys, a lot of news and so little time. So guys, if you guys haven't heard, the president of Haiti has just recently been assassinated this morning. Guys, I can't make this up, and it seems like it might have been some outside forces. And what I mean by outside forces, I mean that it might have been another country who went into Haiti to assassinate the president. Let's watch what's going on.
Begin, though, with the assassination of Haiti's president. It would be a shattering development to any country at any time. But Haiti, as you know, and as we've reported extensively on this program, has had more than its share of misfortune, whether from poverty, natural disaster, or now political violence. And it seems intrigue. We have footage purporting to be from the moments surrounding the killing. CNN cannot independently confirm its authenticity. You'll not see any images on the clips that we're about to play you. The frame is black. What you'll hear is certainly raising questions. We've edited the same passage together several times with someone claiming to be from the American DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency, so you can hear more clearly what's being said.
Now, I don't know if you guys paid attention to this video, but if you listen, these people who assassinated the president, they sound like Americans. And they said that they spoke Spanish as well. But what other country speaks English so fluently like this person was? It seems like United States might have had a possible hand in this situation. Guys, stuff is getting really crazy.
By the time security forces responded in the early hours of Wednesday morning, it was too late. Haitian President Jovenel Moise was dead, assassinated in his private residence. His wife, the First Lady of Haiti, gravely wounded, medevaced to the US for potential life-saving treatment. As daylight dawned on the aftermath of bullet holes and spent shell casings, the scope of the brazen attack more clear.
The information we have is that the attackers were a group of English and Spanish-speaking persons. They were carrying huge caliber weapons and killed the president.
This audio, circulating on social media, purported to be of the time of the assassination. CNN cannot confirm the authenticity of the video. Men shouting in English, claiming they are US drug enforcement agents, providing clues of how the attackers may have been able to penetrate the security perimeter surrounding the presidential residence, seemingly with ease. The Haitian ambassador to the US saying at a news conference Wednesday, those responsible are believed to be highly trained mercenaries posing as US agents.
You said they identified themselves as DEA?
Yeah, that's why they presented. That's how they presented themselves as DEA agents, like they are here for an operation, DEA operation.
Do you believe they were actually DEA?
No, there is no way. There is no way DEA would have come and a country like this would have been informed, and everything DEA does always do it with the U.S. Embassy at Port-au-Prince.
The US State Department also dismissing as preposterous that those responsible could be DEA agents.
These reports are absolutely false. The United States condemns this heinous act. These false reports are nothing more than that, just false reports.
The Haitian government says a manhunt is now underway for those responsible. The restive state's acting prime minister, who has assumed leadership of the country, trying to assure a stunned population as well as world leaders that the government of Haiti is still functioning, declaring a state of siege, which allows for the closing of national borders and temporarily invokes martial law.
We want to assure you that we will bring the killers of the president to justice. Please stay calm and let the authorities do their work. We don't want the country to plunge into chaos. This is a very sad day for our nation and for our people.
In life, Haitian President Jovenel Moise was a polarizing figure, with many protesting his rule and demanding he resign. He presided over a country on the precipice of chaos. The question now, will his death push the nation past its breaking point?
So guys, I'm not sure what's really going on and why they even killed this president, but we're gonna watch the BBC and some other news stations to pretty much help us out, give us some insight on what's really going on.
Remain calm. Mr. Moise's injured wife is also in hospital, he says. President Moise had been ruling Haiti, the poorest country in the Americas, by decree after legislative elections due in 2018 were delayed in the wake of disputes, including on when his own term ends. In addition to the political crisis, kidnappings for ransom have surged in recent months, further reflecting the growing influence of armed gangs in the Caribbean nation. Jacqueline Charles, the Haiti and Caribbean correspondent for the Miami Herald, gave me the very latest.
This is a developing story. What we know from the Prime Minister's office is that unknown assailants entered the president's private residence earlier this morning at around 1 a.m. It's time that they've told us. I've been told that it happened earlier. But they shot the president. He was mortally wounded. My sources have confirmed that he is in fact dead, and his wife was shot in the arm. She's currently getting medical care. That's the only thing that we know about her. We don't really have an idea on how serious her injuries are or who these individuals were. What the Prime Minister's office has told us is that they spoke Spanish. I also know that there were also individuals who spoke English. They claimed to be part of a U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration operation. That is not true. And in fact, a high-ranking official in the Haitian government said that these were mercenaries. Now, who paid for them, where they came from, how they got in the country undetected, these are questions that we are all trying to get to the bottom of.
Yeah, and Jacqueline, tell us a little bit about Claude Joseph, the Prime Minister. Is he now stepping in?
Well, this is the problem. There is constitutionally no answer for what's happening right now. This is a president who had just a few more months left on his term. Claude Joseph has not been ratified by Parliament. He is an acting interim prime minister who technically is a resigned prime minister because just this week, President Jovenel Moise named a new prime minister that he was supposed to swear in the next couple of days. So Haiti is in between governments, both of which are de facto. There are people who are going to say that even the naming of either of these guys was not legal because there's an argument among some constitutional experts in opposition that President Jovenel Moise's presidential term ended on February 7th of this year. Now, Moise himself has argued otherwise, but just to also give you just the more chaos. I mean, even the president of the Supreme Court, we don't have one. He died last week of COVID-19. So, there are versions in the Constitution that says if the president is not there, if he leaves or he dies, you tap the president of the Supreme Court, or you tap the oldest member of the Supreme Court. Well, that gentleman is now heading up a transition shadow government that was named by the opposition earlier this year. So legally, constitutionally, who's in charge? There is not an answer. How long is Claude Joseph going to be able to hold the wheel steady in this country that is very volatile, that is already undergoing multi-pronged crisis? We just don't know.
Indeed, and I just want to briefly pick up on that point that you've talked about with Haiti being in this volatile state. It's already dealing with a humanitarian crisis and now a political one.
Exactly. In armed gangs, you've had 16,000 Haitians at least who've been forced out of their homes from poor working class neighborhoods in Port-au-Prince. The southern region of the country has been completely cut off. We just dodged a bullet with tropical storm / hurricane Elsa. Had it hit the country, you would not have been able to provide humanitarian aid to the people in the southern region because, the southern entrance of Port-au-Prince has been a no-go zone. Just this week, a nurse was killed, shot in the head when she was sitting in an ambulance when they were trying to get assistance. So there's a lot that's facing Haiti, and at the same time, the United States and others in the international community have been pressing for Jovenel Moise to hold elections. The parliament terms have been way overdue. He himself was ruling by decree since January 20 of last year.
So guys, let's hear what Biden had to say about Haiti president being killed. I mean, after all, they was in bed together. What I mean by in bed together, they had some type of connections together. So let's see what Biden had to say about this.
Or by sea. President Biden said the United States was ready to assist in the aftermath of the shooting. He responded to my question on the situation on the White House lawn. What's your reaction, Mr. President, to the Haitian president being assassinated?
You need a lot more information, but it's very worrisome about the state of Haiti.
All right, guys, that's it for the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm trying to get these news out as fast as possible for you guys. Tell me what you guys think of what really happened to Haiti's president. Do you guys think that it was some foreign infiltrators? Do you guys think it's United States? What do you guys think really happened to Haiti president? Peace and love.